All right. Welcome, everybody. I'm your host, the journalist Sin-seer. Today, we have a special day. Today marks the 33rd anniversary of King T's sophomore classic album, At Your Own Risk. And I am joined by two pivotal members of that particular project. We have King T as well as Breeze, who appeared on that particular project. Thank you guys for joining me this evening.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
what's up?
No doubt. So King T, you get done with your debut album. I believe there's 2 years in between this one and your sophomore. Can you take us back to what your train of thought was going into At Your Own Risk in 1990?
Oh shit. Wow. I was pretty young back then. Shit. It was all about just having fun. So basically, coming out of Active Fool, we was just blessed to, be able to create another project. So we just went full steam ahead in it, and we were um happy to work with some different type of producers on it. I think we had uh, what's his name? Rashad from the Boogeyman. The Boogeyman was starting to get formed here with DJ Pooh and Rush, and we worked with a Bilal Bashir from Rhyme Syndicate. I think we worked with Bronick, this white kid that I met that was pretty dope. So we just went full steam into it, man, and just I produced a couple of joints. I got my production chops in on it, so it was pretty fun to work on.
Dope. Breeze, how much of that particular project were you around for at that time?
Not much of it. I mean, I was there for. I did a pop in the studio here and there, but it was mainly just just coming in, just doing that song with him. And like I said, I mean, I was blessed to just come to the studio here and there and watch him work. Because that's around that time we were both like busy. So it's
Yeah.
like, and he called, hey, I got a joint. All right, let's hear it. Boom! I came down as soon as I heard the beat, it was like, okay, that's a no brainer.
Right.
And between the projects of Active Fool and all that, I mean, me and Pooh really never stopped working. Like I said, um, we were doing a lot of production with other people and trying to develop other artists. We did a lot of music with the forefathers from Compton, like Toddy T and Mixmaster Spade, Mixmaster Ken. We working with them. There was a lot of other groups around that we were working with, like Gangster from the Comrades. We did a lot of music with them before they created the group, the Comrades, and it was just a lot going on. We were producing some things for Ice Cube back and forth, so it was just fun, young and fun.
Right. What do you remember most about those studio sessions for this album?
We're working out of a studio called Echo Sound in like Glendale. I think that's Glendale, Los Feliz area. So it was one of the first studios we first started working out in LA. So that's where everybody came to work on their shit, like Ice Cube, Lynch Mob, little everybody from the West Coast. Dog Pound, Corrupt. It was that's where it really all started. So it was a lot of fun around there.
Right. Did Capitol Records give you creative process on this particular project?
Oh yeah, we have creative control
Control.
over everything we done. But in the first this album and Act a Fool, I pretty much gave the power over to DJ Pooh because that's who I came through the door with. And he's the one that mainly taught me how to produce and things like that. I took a lot from him.
Right. Was At Your Own Risk your first single off that album?
Uh, no, Rough
Okay.
Ron.
Rough Rhyme. Okay. When
Yeah.
that particular album hit the airwaves, hit the streets, what kind of reaction did it get?
Oh, it got love. Everybody showed love. We did the first video, Rough Rhyme, and it got received pretty well. We had a lot of people in the video. I mean, I think at this time, the my guy Razkaz, this is the time he was like dancing. He was a dancer and he was doing the hip hop dance for me. And Ice Cube was in the video. E Swift, I mean, it was a classic time around then.
Right. What do you remember most about when he at your own wrist drops?
Well, that's something that I've always, wanted to collaborate with Marley Marl. I mean, it's the original I produced on the At Your Own Risk album, but the remix came through Marley Marl, and it's just something that I always wanted to do. That was one of my favorite producers from the East Coast, so the collaboration was great.
Right. At what point did you meet E Swift, and how did he get down with this project?
Uh, uh, E Swift came along through J Roll, from the Alcoholics. J Roll was like sort of a hype man for me on stage when I performed. This was like before the Alcoholics, but we used to be in a group called Total Control. And once I got my deal, J Roll just rolled out with me and was kind of like my hype man. But after it, DJ Aladdin was supposed to be my DJ, but he got hurt in a car accident, and he couldn't, get out there a lot. So J Ro introduced me to E Swift, and that's where he came aboard. And that was his first time. I think he's in this video too, the Rough Rhyme video. That's when we put it all together.
Right. I believe Breeze appeared on your first three projects. Talk a little bit about your guys' relationship and your decision to include him on your first few projects.
Oh well, Breeze was one of the MCs that I admired. He gave me a lot of influence. This was like during his Def Jam days. You know what I'm saying? He was just part of the crew that you know part of the family. Of the LA posse, and they were down on the East Coast working on the Bigger and Deffer album with LL, and I used to hear a lot of his music going back and forth between DJ Pooh and Bobcat and things like that. And I met him, and he was going to school out in the valley, and I used to come up to his school sometime and DJ and things like that. So we hung out a lot and got to know each other, and we've been friends ever since.
So,
The feeler shop, and don't forget the feeler shop.
Yeah, yeah, that's where it all started. The Total Control days. And Breeze used to come through the shop and hop on the mic. I get behind the turntables and DJ for him. It just used to be a lot of fun.
Yep.
very dope. Talk about your relationship, Breeze, with King T.
I mean, the same thing, man. Is that he was just somebody I respected too, and I respected him more on the level because I looked at him as like a lyricist because West Coast was like it was gangster and it was like dance, but as far as like lyrical content, it was more like conceptualized music out here where it was like a dance vibe or it was a gangster vibe. But he was the first dude that I met that's like from LA that actually just spit bars. And that's why I always say I tell them I said, like, they say in that movie, they say the greatest trick the devil ever played was to convince you that he didn't exist. So, like, when I see Tilo on the album, like, he has a famous line, I started this gangster shit, house shoes and a shotgun, check the pick. So he's on the front of his album with a khaki suit and a shotgun. So you expecting him to be on some, like, I'm gonna break in your house. I'm gonna kill your family. But yo, it was bars. It was like, yo, he was like one of them first dudes from LA that actually just knew how to rhyme and not just try to fall back on an image. So
Right.
that's what kind of made us tight because it was like, okay, he can rhyme. Oh, he can rhyme too. Okay, ooh, all right. I wonder what we could do together.
Right. You two appeared on the track along with Ice Cube, played like a piano. Can you guys remember that session and the creative process going into that song?
Um, like I said, the recording atmosphere at Echo Sound was, it was like two rooms and like a pre-pro, and it was just always different cats running through. You know what I'm saying? So it was always like a party atmosphere, and Cube would be in the next room working on something, and it was just that type of vibe. Come hop on this, and shit, breezy, same thing. It was it was fun just putting it together. Things would just happen sporadically. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't really no. We talking about 88, 89. Well, 90, 91. You know what I'm saying? This, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't no really planning behind it. We we was just doing what we do. You know.
And then just to add on to that, I was the last one on the record.
Yeah.
So him and Cube had already, did something, and I got the phone call. Hey, yo, I need a last verse.
Right. Right.
I'm like, okay, but I'm not knowing. I haven't heard the record, nothing. So when I showed up, I'm like, oh shit, Ice Cube is on the record. Ooh, damn. Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's when you got into mode, like, okay, this shit gonna be hot. And when the
Yeah.
beat dropped, it was like, oh man, that's a no-brainer. Let's do this.
Yeah. DJ Pooh. Yeah.
Yep.
Right. When that album dropped, October of 1990, what kind of reception do you remember getting when that project dropped and hit the streets?
At your own risk.
Yes.
Uh, well, like I was saying, it was like a machine. You know what I'm saying? Since we did the active fool situation, we never really stopped working. It was always making music, making music. So it was kind of easy putting together. So when it dropped, it got a great reception, especially from the album cover with the lowrider and all that. That's a lot of people would grab the album just to see the cars on, what I'm saying, and then the video that we did, Rough Rhyme, that made it more warmer and more acceptable. So people was on it. And we had, I think, we had the box back then. It got ordered a lot, and I think Rap City was, or Yo MTV Raps, one of them. You know what I'm saying? So it was up there. We used to flew down to New York all the time to do Yo MTV Rap, and then when they would come down, it would be classic too.
So, Breeze, does it seem like it's been 33 years since this project dropped?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing to hear it. It's amazing to hear that it's been 33 years. It
Yeah.
feels like it's been 33 years because the song was done. I can remember, around the time when we did it. But the one thing that's crazy is, to this day, no matter where King T is performing at, or even if I'm performing and I'm bringing King T with me, because we always piggybacking off each other. When that shit dropped, no matter where we at, instant, instant crowd participation. And then that's
Yeah.
like one of the songs that they waiting for. Like, he's doing all the other songs, and you going
Yeah.
somebody in the crowd, play like a
Yeah.
piano, play like a piano. It's like,
Yeah, it has to be done.
I guess it's time. Where you at, Breeze? I'm right here.
Yeah, and it's fun performing it too. It gets a good reaction from the crowd. Black, Latino, it's loved all over.
Right. Speaking of performances, can you remember your favorite tour lineup around this time that you went on back in the day?
Most definitely. We went on tour. I went on tour. Me, Pooh, and Ice Cube, and Too Short and Yo Yo went on a little run, and it was fun. I can remember it to this day.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite tours.
Right.
Oh.
Did Did you guys get to perform that song in its entirety with Ice Cube that you can recall back in 1990, 91, 92?
Never,
Never, not even still to this day.
never, never. You know,
Wow.
but at least I still got something to look forward to. Probably in the future, it might happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Great. Well, since I got you guys still here and you're talking about the future, can you tell me what you guys have currently going on right now?
Well, I'll tell you me first, man. For the last few years, I've just been steadily recording. Sincere, you've been out here. We fuck with each other. I've been steadily recording. I'm trying to put together a couple of projects that I'm doing right now. I just released a song on that I did with my man that you met out here, Grown Man Business. We released a song. I think it was like July 4th, so it's out there. It's called The Realist, under the heading of G&B. So it's out there on streaming platforms right now. I'm trying to, more basically focus on just solo shit that I'm doing right now. So it'll be some new music coming real soon. But I tell you this though, I don't know if he's gonna agree to this to you, but I don't know when the last time T was in the studio. King T, for those of y'all don't know. But I finally got his ass in the studio last week.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. We're trying to,
got a banger.
we trying to. I'm trying to get it together. You know what I'm saying, and find that energy, and get back in the swing of things. It's been a lot of things going on around me where, you got to have your mind right to be creative. So I'm getting back into that mode and doing a lot of other things, trying to be behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying? And you know, create some businesses and things like that, and provide opportunities, for the younger generation, get them in here and develop them, and keep this hip hop thing going for 50 more years.
Absolutely. I want to thank you guys for sharing some great stories, some great memories. Congratulations again on the 33rd anniversary.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I had the opportunity to interview somebody who gave you guys a great amount of props. His name is Deadly Threat.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Yeah.
here comes trouble.
That's my guy. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, like you said, you're making music. He said he's gonna come out with an album quite often. So hopefully we can get you all guys all in the studio and make some magic again.
Most definitely. Most
Thank you for
definitely.
letting me know, because I'm damn sure gonna reach out.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Before we get out of here, can you tell your viewers and your fans from day one where you guys can be reached on social media?
Yeah, I'm just real simple at KINGTLA on Instagram and on Facebook, on Twitter. We also got our hip hop radio station, Classic Hip Hop Liquid Radio, at Liquid Radio, LIKWIT Radio. That's on Instagram, and you could go check it out on liquid.net, LIKWIT.net. And shit, we here, we got some things in store.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and for me, it's OG Breeze underscore LA on Instagram. Same on Facebook. Y'all could look me up. I will be, keeping y'all posted on, whatever's new, whatever's fresh, whatever's coming up. But I don't do like food posts, okay? So whenever I post some shit, it's gonna be like some real shit.
No doubt. I look forward to coming back out to LA to kick it one more time. Be
Yeah,
sure to reach out. Like I said, I'm the journalist
Definitely.
Sin-seer. That's OG King T and my man Breeze. Thank you guys
yeah,
again for joining me on such short notice. And we'll
no
see you
doubt.
guys again soon.
All
Appreciate you
right,
gues.
So
peace.
fam, Sincere, hey, holla at me. Don't just call me to do interviews, nigga. Holla
No
at
doubt.
me.
All
Appreciate
right,
you. Love
peace,
you,
y'all.
bro.
All right,
Peace.
All
Joe.
right.
Love you too, man. Peace.
Peace.